All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the top 3 Tesla accessories that I probably recommend, and we'll actually probably go into a couple more after that. But you just bought your Tesla, your brand new Model 3 or Model Y, or even your S or X. A lot of these Tesla accessories are pretty universal, and they fit a lot of the other vehicles. That's kind of the interesting thing with Tesla. I mean, well, it's not interesting. It's pretty streamlined at that point. But we're going to get into the top 3 or maybe even the top 5 accessories that I recommend because I've had 3 Teslas so far. I've in a Model 3, a Model Y, and a Model S. And so I think I've come to realize there's certain Tesla accessories that I will buy over and over and over again because it just makes sense and because I don't want you to waste your money on anything else that's, worthless or wasteful at the same time. So, but before we get into that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so welcome back to another stream. Welcome back to another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. We make, 3 to 4 videos a day now at this point regarding Tesla content, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And links for all of this will be down below in the description. There's a ton of links out there. Definitely check them out. Some of them could be interesting, but also the discount code links will all be in the bottom as well because, I'm all about saving money and getting the best possible deal. All right, so let's get into this. You just bought your brand new Tesla Model 3 or your brand new Tesla Model Y. Congrats to you. Big purchase for sure. Definitely, something to, my first Tesla I can remember, it was very, very nice. I bought a Model 3 Performance Stealth. It was a very special package back then, but I went crazy. I bought all the Teslas out there, accessories out there, because I want to try it firsthand. What's worth it and what actually is it. And the first Tesla accessory I will recommend, no matter what part of the country you are in, is actually the all-weather floor mats. And don't go crazy. Like there's floor mats, that are 200, 300, or even like what, I don't know, some vendors out there, they might have some expensive as floor mats, but I would say just go with an Amazon brand, maybe spend $100 for front and rear. If you have the Model Y, I certainly think that trunk rear mat is certainly worth it, the one right here at the bottom, because stuff can get dirty there as well, for sure. I mean, there's a couple brand names that come to mind when I think about floor mats, and Basenor is definitely a good one, but actually 248. What am I recommending here? I would spend anywhere from $100 to $150 for the full set. Don't go too crazy because you'll find it's all basically the same thing. Some of it's like a slightly different design, but it's all the same material. Some of them maybe like a little bit thicker, but they all fit the same thing. And the really funny thing is I had the Model 3 and I just took my floor mats out of the Model 3 and put it into my Model Y, and it fit actually like almost the same because Tesla's really good with that. They may make sense. They want to streamline production and all that stuff. So it basically fits the same thing for the Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y. So that's the first accessory. Universally, I would recommend getting all-weather floor mats for the Model 3, Model Y, even the Model S and the Model X as well. It's all really the same. The second thing is a good phone mount. It actually makes sense to get a good phone mount within the interior. There's a company called Jawa that's really cool and really nice. A lot of it has like the magnetic phone mount, but there's 2 options here, which I've seen that are the most popular. You have this version, which folds out behind the screen. I had this really recently on the Model S and I loved it. And then there's also another version from Tamai, which kind of sits on the vent like this as well. So shout out to Tamai and Jawa. I'll put the discount codes on the screen if you want to. If you're interested in purchasing for them, they've actually sent out these phone mounts to me, so I've definitely have tried them both out, and I'm not really sure which one I like better. Like this one that sits on the vent is kind of nice. It's good for probably like long road trips where the phone is just sitting there and you don't need to grab it because it's a little bit further away because you want to mount it to the left side than one that would be on the screen mount like this on the screen of your interior Tesla Model Model 3 or Model Y. So, it's a different, different styles at the end of the day. I would say even maybe try buying both just to see which one. I mean, the funny thing is, for a while, I had both of these in a car, and I would use both interchangeably because sometimes I would want the phone kind of sitting a little bit closer to me, and sometimes I would want the phone a little bit further to the left, kind of just sitting and just showing GPS and stuff like that. So definitely both of these are, really good brands. Definitely check them out if you're interested for the phone mounts. Specifically, that's what I would recommend. The other thing that if we're just sticking Model 3 and Model Y, there's a ton of accessories out there. I'm sure you've seen a lot of them. A lot of these I don't really care for. Like the sunshade, it's kind of cool for like a quick second, but it's a pain to put up there. I've tried doing that once or twice and it was just not worth it at all. The other thing that I really, really like is actually, I think is really useful is this refresh center console tray, or even if you have the older version, getting some sort of central console organization, because without this, that middle center area is just a big black hole, deep hole. Like there's nothing there to kind of organize it. And there's different ways you can go about it. I actually have one somewhere here that's by Jawa. Let me grab it. It's by Jawa, really, really nice. Let's see if I can switch back to, so you can see right here, this one from Tamai, not to kind of put them against each other, but Tamai, this is, it's basic at the end of the day. And some, if that's what you're looking for, if you just want to put a phone there, that could make sense. But for me in the center console, I would use it to put my phone there, a pen, some coins if I need it for parking and stuff like that. But let me switch back to my screen right here. Let me remove this discount code. All the discount codes are down below in the description and the link. So this is a Jawa one, and you can see right away, it's kind of nicer. Like the felt, I've seen so many of those felt interior ones, but this one was rubber. So that way, if like stuff starts to clank around and stuff like that, it really protects from that. You can see there's, different ways to have like an organization here. And what's really nice is you see how this part right here, it's like a little notch. I'm pretty sure that's so you can kind of do your phone like this or like this. Right, and doors go like this, and so that way it's not like laying flat. It has some sort of angle so you can see it. So shout out to Jawa for sending this item out. I really like it. Like I haven't sold it or anything like that. I'm trying to keep it just in case, just in case I get another Model Y like Tapia and D. But hopefully maybe this fits in the Model X that I'm shopping for as well. Who knows? But that's kind of my like third accessory that I would recommend, some sort of like interior console, anything organization I'm down for, but just don't go too crazy. Like I've seen like trunk organization ones, frunk organization. That's where it gets a little bit too crazy to me. I mean, it's nice, but I wouldn't prioritize this. Like if you want something value for value buck that you're going to use on a daily basis, center console organizer, phone mount organizer, and then of course mud flaps. Oh, sorry, the all-weather the all-weather mats inside the car, because that's just going to keep it cleaner for you and all that stuff. And if you've liked this video so far, please hit that like. I'm probably going to make another video because I get a lot of questions about like, should I do ceramic? Should I do PPF? Should I do tints? I get that question a lot, and I actually have specific companies and recommendations, and especially if you're in the LA area, I have specific companies and recommendations as well that give the best deal on that as well. So definitely hit a comment below if you want me to make a video about that, because I think it's pretty important. And there's certain owners that should do those type of services for your vehicles, and we can talk about that as well. All right, jumping to the next thing after this. So we've gone through the all-weather floor mats, makes sense. Well, the next two items, I guess, are kind of a bonus, are Model Y specific. So if you pretty much are anywhere with a Model Y, the Model Y has one issue, kind of a design issue. It kind of sucks, and it actually happened to me, but the front wheels will kick up rocks from the front and hit them onto the side. I actually had like a big scratch right here. It must have been from driving on the highway too much and the rocks kicking up. So this product, it's basically a paint protection film that's installed right here on, I guess, like the passenger door. Of course, you can also go to any PPF shop as well. I actually recommend this a lot, because you will, if you don't install this and you drive on the highways, you will 100% get a rock chip here or some sort of scratch or something like that. The other recommendation Their other recommendation that helps with alleviating any rocks here as well is mud flaps. There's tons and tons of accessory, different companies that will sell you a mud flap for Tesla Model Y. I've got Basenor pulled up here right now because they've actually sent me a few, and they're definitely recommended in high ratings as well. So definitely check them out. But really, any Amazon version is basically going to do the same thing. You could go with like Rally Armor mud flaps, as well as if you drive a lot on the back roads, or if you drive a lot of like the wilderness type of, you could go with something more heavy duty or something a little bit more flashy and rally. But of course, when you go to this price or this type of brand, it gets a little bit more expensive. It's expensive as well. But different styles and all that stuff for sure. Those are like the two Model Y specific accessories that I would recommend. But that's really it. If you've got something else that you think is like a must-have for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y, drop it in the comments below so we can all kind of join in. But those are like top 3 like must-have accessories. I would start and prioritize those 3 first, and then buy all the ancillary organization, because there's a lot, especially with the Model Y, there's a lot of like cubby tray organization stuff. Like it gets pretty insane. But these are like the 3 accessories I would say I will consistently buy, and I will buy with the next Tesla because it just makes sense and I use it from a day-to-day basis. Like maybe a 4th one would be like a Tesla screen protector, because I'm not sure about like protecting it, but there is a version that if you don't like fingerprints and you like that matte look, you can get a Tesla screen protector that's a matte version that will help. It will reduce your fingerprints on the screen and everybody's fingerprints on the screen by maybe like 20-30%, but you're still going to see fingerprints. And the one thing that is a huge drawback with having a matte screen protector is like the clarity is lost a little bit. And so if you want something that's super sharp and no dullness at all, then it's I kind of go back and forth. Like I might buy one of these just to install it, and then once I'm bored or something like that, take it off, because it's funny. It's like you'll like the matteness because it has like a different premium feel and it feels nice on the fingers. And then when you take it off, then you like the glass feel. So I go back and forth for sure on this type of accessory. But those are like the top 3 or 4 accessories I would recommend. Definitely check out Tamai and Jawa if you're interested. Discount codes listed up here on the top right corner. Thanks to Jawa and Tamai for sending these mounts to me. I haven't I made videos of them in the past, but I just want to make another video because it seems like there's it seems like there's a lot of new Model 3 and Model Y owners coming into the queue, especially with that big $7,500 discount last month. So definitely check them out if you're interested. So we'll jump into some comments and some questions really quick. But before we get into that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. If you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link down below where you can support the channel. And after you join the Patreon, you can actually schedule a call with me to ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. So definitely check that out if you're interested. So let's jump into the comments. Tapia, welcome back, Dennis. Haven't got any accessories yet. Planning on it soon. Love your videos. Thank you. Thanks for always joining, Tapia. You're number one. Also, how do you drive without hitting the button of your car when driving on entrances? I seem to hit all the time unless I'm driving straight on. How do you drive without hitting the bottom of your car when driving on entrances? Oh, go diagonal. Yeah, you have to go diagonal. Unfortunately, the Tesla Model Y, or not unfortunately, but Tesla Model Y and Model 3 performance are lower. They're about, like 4 or 10 millimeters lower than the long range version. So you have to go angled so that you don't scrape, because some of the streets around here can be a little messy. JJYL, thank you. Pink waving. Dodo Ma, welcome. Charlie, welcome. Glad you're doing this video. I've been going nuts getting accessories. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy accessories out there for sure. So I want to list like the top 3 that I recommend, because you can go absolutely insane with all the different. They've thought of everything. I'll give them that. And Amazon, the good thing is if you order on Amazon, they have good return policy and all that stuff. So you can try all and everything if you really want to. Charlie Baskets, the interior trunk covering to hide the metal and match the interior carpet is next on my list. Very nice, very nice. Terrence got the floor mats. Yeah, 100% floor mats is worth it. PPF is expensive. Yes, full frontal by itself is like what, $1,500. So I'm gonna make another video on that, like what I recommend and what to do, because I'm not sure if I recommend full car PPF, but there are some. If you can pay a certain amount, then it might make sense as well. Charlie, be sure to install PPF underneath the mud flaps or it will scratch the paint. Yeah, that makes sense. Official Tesla pet liner arrived today. Only one out there that covers the doors properly. Oh, I didn't know. Tesla pet liner. Is that for like the back seat is what you're talking about? Oh, okay. So I see. So, oh, very nice. Maybe I should get this. That's not a bad idea. Not compatible with all Model S, 3, and Y vehicles. Oh, okay. Darn, dang. That looks like a really nice fit too. You got a little Tesla logo there on the nice side, and then some dog hair. Very nice. Oh well. On to the next. That's nice. I'm glad to see that Tesla has come out with a pet liner because this will sell like hotcakes, I'm pretty sure. Got the Spigen map to looks good, but I do see the fingerprints. Yeah, it reduces it, but not all the way for sure. Chevy 2U, full window tints, mud flap, screen protector, and console tray. Yeah, tints is also a must for sure, but I guess that's like a service thing. That would be probably my other video, like just bought a Tesla. What, what services should you buy? I guess it's tints, PPF, and ceramic, I would say. Thank you for that. I'm gonna try to drive diagonal. Yeah, but really you're just scraping like the plastic, like there's like a protection under there, but yeah, you gotta be careful anyway. Love the videos, keep up the good work. Thank you, Terrence. Thank you. Would you recommend Moabi, would you recommend the MPP shocks for the Model Y P mountain pass performance? I don't know, like it's expensive because you gotta figure the shocks themselves, mountain pass performance Model Y, they're like what, 2,500, if not maybe even more. Then you got to figure installation is going to be another 1,000, and then you got to figure alignments, balancing, all that stuff, another $500. And then there's that horror story where I'm pretty sure another YouTuber installed this and then something went wrong and then Tesla wouldn't cover the warranty and stuff like that. So I don't think it's worth it. I definitely I wouldn't touch that for sure, but that's me. Unless you really want, like, if you're going to track the car, then yeah, that could make sense. JJYL, did you pick up an X? No. Yesterday we're working on it. We're working with Labor Credit Union. Shout out to them. We did a video yesterday, stream last night about shopping as well and trying to see like what deals are out there. So for sure we're going to bring it out, but it's going to be soon for sure. I heard about people damaging the battery because they hit the bottom. Yeah, you got to be super careful with that. Just don't go too fast and go diagonal at the end. But thanks for watching this video, guys. Please hit that like if you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. We're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about probably where to get the best deal on a brand new Tesla.